Well, it's 5:20, July 8th, 2012, and we've just started on the Haute Route, the HRP in the Pyrenees, after a very long journey. Lots of trains and buses. So we've been on the trail now for about an hour and a half, started at Candanchu, and just up about 2,000 metres at the first col and the first lake. Well, this is a beautiful view up here, and we're going over there, just between I think the saddle of this iconic peak and the one to the right. The beautiful cloud cover up here, very romantic. Well, glad to say that the cloud cleared long enough for us to get a good look at Peak Midi Iso. Very beautiful mountain, and it's a very beautiful time of night. It's about 8 o'clock, and I'm in this little bowl valley. We're going to go for this call tonight, then drop down to the other side to another lake. There's one here, and beautiful peak there, and then just this bowl valley here. A great place to camp, but I think there's more daylight left. So the final approach, end of day one, sees me here at this refuge, and it's beautifully situated under Peak Midi Iso. There's some, what I think are some wild goats up on the hill there, but it's a beautiful day. I only walked for about 4-5 hours, but amazing. Okay. So I guess we're about halfway through the first full day. I guess this is day 2. We're at Refuges on the French side of the Pyrenees, looking at fantastically beautiful, awesome lake. So now in Spain, and descending past all these beautiful lakes on a ski slope. Okay, it's 4 PM, first full day of the HRP, and we're just short of the Col de la Forcha, which is up there. But I think we'll try and go over that, and then maybe try and find a place to camp. It's been a long day already. I started at Refuge Pombi. This place is awesome. It has absolutely beautiful lakes. Weather's really been nice today, so yeah, it's a beautiful little stretch. Well, it's now 5:30, and we're looking at Col de la Forcha. Unfortunately, it has this lake in front of it, which drops off over here with a waterfall, which made me think that I had reached the col sooner than it was. So still quite a bit to go, maybe about 150 meters and 500 horizontal. So just down from the Col de la Forcha, heading to the Refuge Vallon, and this is a particularly beautiful view. Very deep valley here. Yeah, beautiful weather. The colours are so vibrant, and there is the frog on the French side. So here we are approaching Refuge Vallon after a very long day. I am very tired. It's about 7:30. Started walking at 9. I had a break. In total of about 40 minutes maybe. Very tired, but the view makes up for it. It's just spectacular here. Really beautiful. Running water and clear air, and just amazing views. That's the border with Spain over there. Okay, that's the end of this day then. on the way to Col Artil, which is up here. Beautiful place this. We came from down here in the valley. Col Artil in windy weather. Big valley on the onward path here. So here we are in Spain now, contouring round the ridge which constitutes the border with France. Just runs all the way along here. There's Big Valley mountain, and we are headed for this col over here. So just all the way around the ridge. A marmot blocks the way. Let's see if he will scare away. I have the camera on zoom. That's why it's so shaky. This is very accustomed to people, obviously. And there it goes. So how about that for a view then? This is Vimale. Up there. And that is one beautiful mountain. So almost at the col, just about 100 metres short of it. There's some climbers going up there. And another close-up view of the glacier. So it's about half an hour from the col, and now making the long descent to Gavarnie, through this very narrow valley. Well, we made it down from the mountains there, and we're now at a little dam, and now we're going to just walk along the road to Gavarnie. I'm doing this because the route is, well, it takes you up into the mountains for no good reason. It just swings back to the road anyway. So I'm going to stick to the road. It's 7 kilometers to Gavarnie, and then we'll pick up some supplies and be off. Well, we left Gavarnie, and we're now heading up to Refuges, which is at 2,000 meters. It's a 2-hour climb from Gavarnie, and it's been in near whiteout conditions until now, where you can see a bit of colour, a bit of sun breaking through. The refuge should just be up here. Here comes the mist. This is just what happens. We came from over here, it was nice and clear, and now it's just coming up the valley. And it's the whiteout conditions for a while. So we're at the col above Heas, and this is a long hard slog to get up this ridge. I think nothing but willpower has got me up here. I'm tired, my feet are tired too, but I think we're almost at the col here. Well, we just hit the third small col underneath a rock wall, and this elegant creature is posing for us on top of the rock. Quite amazing. Let's have a look. You see the horns are small horns on top of the head. Very beautiful anyway. Well, here we are at the port of the road, which is on the Spain for a little while longer. It's wonderful if you want to find this Pyrenean wild goat. I've seen so many up here. Scared them away, and they run like, oh, you won't believe, over this terrain. Anyway, that's France, and we're going down here into Spain. Okay, this is day 5 of the HRP. It's in the afternoon, maybe about 1:30, something like that, and we are approaching the border with France. We're going to dip into France and then go over the col Lola tomorrow towards Benasque, that being the highest part of the route. But we're just on the HRP in this section runs parallel, well, runs on the same track as the GR11, and you can't imagine a better view than this. It's really beautiful. Well, we're just at the bottom of the climb up to the border with France and having something to eat. We came from this direction, and we're having oats with sugar in the cut-off bottom of a platypus bladder. There's oats, a bag of sugar, some water. That's all you need. So we go up this way into France very soon. So we're about 600 meters from the frontier now, and we're climbing up a barranco, I guess in Spanish it's called. Pretty narrow, way up to the top here with a river, and it reminds me very much of the walkers' Haute Route in Switzerland, which is a section a bit like this. Well, it's 8 o'clock on day 5, and I've found my camping place. It's Lac Islots, which is a man-made camp. I've just put my tent on the edge on a flat little ridge, and tomorrow we go up there. So early morning on day 6, and we're off to the Col de Gorge Blanc on the highest section of the HRP, and you can just see it in the background, and in the foreground you can see some rather cute little sheep making their way up a snowfield. Well, we're at the top of the Col de Gorge Blanc, just behind me, as you can see there. Covered in snow. I tested my instep crampons. They seem to be okay, and the next big one is just over there. That's the Col de Lola. You can see some alpinists coming down from this ski snow slope, and some just descending from this peak. So just before the refuge Portillon, the HRP, for some reason best known to itself, decides to take you up to the top of a mountain, 2,884 meters, and this is the view of the ridge which forms the border between France and Spain. So here we are at the Col de Lola, the hardest part of the HRP, and it's a steep permanent snowfield on this Spanish side. And I think the best way to tackle it is to come, if you're approaching from France into Spain, come over to the right side of the col. Someone has either come up or come down. This way you can see the footprints, and it seems to be the way down. how we do. Well, we were successful. I can just point out the route here. From this side, zigzagging down, and then I took off my instep crampons, walked down this central rocky part and then out again. I thought about glissading down here, but there were a few rocks, well, small stones basically, and I didn't want to rip my trousers. It was vanity basically, but you could glissade from the bottom of this rock. Okay, so beautiful views here, and off in this direction down to Benasque. Well, as you can see, I lost my hat up on Col de Littoral, and the sun is brutal up here. It's the wrong day to lose it. Anyway, how do you like this for a path? This is typical on these days on the HRP. It's just huge boulders here. Very, very tedious. Well, not much to see in this direction. So it's about day 7, 8 actually of HRP. A lot has happened since I descended from the Col de Littoral. I got terribly sunburnt up there, and I had to go to Benasque to pick up some medication. I lost my hat too, so I had to buy a hat. And then the following day, it was a terrible day. That was yesterday. The cloud base was 1,700 meters. It was very cold. There was rain. There was wind. So I had to change plans and take an alternate route, a valley route, which took me to Viella. And for today, I got the bus to Salardou, 10 kilometers, and now I've just walked into the next stage. I've just climbed a peak there, and it's total whiteout now. I now have to cross this little ridge in order to continue. So it's quite an interesting couple of days. Okay, so we got across the ridge, the sun came out, and now we're walking on the lip of a bowl valley in which there's a lake. You can see there. We just have to walk along this ridge, otherwise we get caught up in the boulder field. Well, we now have to go diagonally up this boulder field in order to get to another col, which is pretty heavy going. We're just above a lake here, and as you can see, some cloud coming in again. Not good. So it's 9:30 on day 8 of the HRP, and we have found our sleeping place for tonight, which is just outside a little village up there on the hill called Alos de Sil, which I think is a one-horse town. Anyway, so we're going to sleep here, which is a freshly mown field, which will be nice and soft next to a river. Perfect. Well, we left Alos de Sil, where we were camping last night. This is day 9 of the HRP, a day when we stop at Graus, which is just over this col, in order to meet a friend. And it's interesting, I think the big mountains are behind us now, and you can feel that this is, well, it may be the weather, but it feels much tamer, which is nice. So a little later, on the way to Graus, it's just after the second col, you take a left turn you come to this lovely lake. And in general, there are very few people on this part, and I have it all to myself. And here we're about maybe 5 kilometres short of grouse, and we have more of the same. Just a splendid walk this, really thoroughly recommended.